Goblin Episode 1. Have you ever heard of a man who cannot die, who walks through centuries carrying a sword no one can see, and a pain no one can understand? This is not just a story of love. It's a tale of fate, betrayal, immortality, and the one girl who might finally end it all. This is the story of the Goblin. Long ago, during the Goryeo dynasty, there lived a great general named Kim Shin. He was a legendary warrior who never lost a battle. The people loved him, and even the enemies feared his name. But his rising fame and unmatched power made his young king deeply insecure and jealous. Instead of rewarding Kim Shin for protecting the nation, the king started believing that Kim Shin would betray him. This doubt was planted by his wicked advisor, Park Jung-hyun, who secretly desired power and wanted to destroy the general. Kim Shin's younger sister was married to the king and had deep respect and love for her brother. She begged the king to stop listening to lies. But the king had already fallen too deep into jealousy. One day, despite winning a massive battle and returning as a hero, Kim Shin was arrested for treason. Without a proper trial, the king ordered his execution. Even his own soldiers hesitated to follow the command, but they couldn't go against the throne. In front of the palace gates, Kim Shin was forced to kneel. His sister, the queen, was also executed for daring to speak against the king. Just before his death, Kim Shin looked up at the heavens. His heart was filled with pain and unanswered questions. Was serving the country a sin? After death, the gods did not grant him peace. They gave him a punishment, immortality. He was reborn not as a human, but as a goblin, an immortal being with a sword stuck in his chest. A painful reminder of his death. He was told that only the goblin's bride would be able to pull the sword out and end his cursed life. Until then, he would roam the earth, unable to die, carrying the weight of his past sins and victories. Centuries passed. In modern-day Korea, Kim Shin now lives quietly. He's still the same, hasn't aged a bit, and hides his identity. He lives with a young man named Yu Deokwa, whose family has served the goblin for generations. Deokwa is playful, materialistic, and always causing small trouble. He doesn't fully understand the weight of the goblin's curse, but knows there's something mystical about him. Meanwhile, we meet a high school girl named Ji-eun-tak. She's about to turn 19. Her life isn't easy. Her mother died when she was young, and since then she's been raised by her cruel aunt and cousins who treat her like a servant. But Ji-eun-tak isn't a normal girl. She can see ghosts. On her birthday, sitting alone with a slice of cake, she lights a candle and makes a strange wish. She wishes to meet the goblin. She blows the candle, and at that exact moment, something happens. Kim Shin senses her presence and appears near her, confused, as he was not intending to travel. They meet unexpectedly, and she boldly tells him that she's the goblin's bride. Kim Shin is shocked. No one ever claimed that before. Only the true bride can see the sword in his chest. When he asks her to describe the sword, she avoids answering, teasing him instead. He becomes suspicious yet curious. Elsewhere, we meet a mysterious man dressed in black, the Grim Reaper. He guides souls to the afterlife. Calm, distant, and always drinking tea. His job is to erase people's memories after death. The Grim Reaper meets Kim Shin later, and by an odd twist of fate, both of them end up living together. Thanks to Deokwa, who accidentally leases the goblin's house to the Reaper without knowing who he really is. Back to Untak. Her aunt finds out she's still alive. Apparently, her name was erased from official family records for insurance fraud. The aunt is scared now because strange things have been happening around Untak. Untak continues to meet Kim Shin again and again, sometimes by accident, sometimes by calling him with candlelight. The more they talk, the more curious he becomes. She's cheerful, stubborn, and says she's destined to pull the sword out and end his life, though she has no clue what that truly means. As the episode ends, Kim Shin begins to wonder, could she really be the bride who will end his curse? Or is fate just playing a cruel joke again? One thing is certain, their lives are about to change forever. If you thought this episode was magical, just wait. The real story is only beginning. Is Ji-eun-tak truly the goblin's bride? What secrets lie between the goblin and the Grim Reaper? Don't miss episode 2, where past lives, forgotten memories, and destined meetings begin to unfold. Subscribe now and follow the journey of love, loss, and immortality, because fate is never accidental.